think it's 4, and I can show you after class so that I can cut it out. I'll show you my time scale. So, Jana, you see I have a second device, and so that I can adjust you, and I will look at that one. I think you can hear me quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. So, welcome to today's class. The theme is reach, like in reaching out, reaching for, beyond reach, or reaching for something that you really, really, really want to have in your life. This can be everything, like a goal, to reach a goal, or to reach out for friends, or to other people to support you, to help you to have your back. So, oh my God, now the tears are welling up. I can't believe that because I have my friends here, or you too, Lutz. So we need one block. Feel free to use 2 blocks in the sequence. And as always, we start on our back. Just lay down and find your triple S. So the sacrum and the shoulder blades and the skull, the occiput. Place your hand. Bring your feet a little bit further apart than you might think. And squeeze the feet bones together. Press your hands on the thighs in the hip crease and lift up into a low bridge. Make sure that your core is already engaged, that this diamond between pubic bone, sorry, and the ASISs, the hip bones, are drawing towards each other. Then start to pulse a little bit. Just small pulse, not too far. Make sure that the lower back stays long, that the shoulder blades are on the mat. And bring your hands up to the ceiling. The palms are facing each other, and make a fist. Make a fist like crazy, and start to circle your wrist, your hands in one direction. Let's do this for some breaths, like 3 to 5 breaths. And before you switch sides or direction, just the sun is outside. We will switch that during the flow today. And then come to a halt. Dial the feet out, open your hands, and turn your palms facing the ceiling. Grab your left fingers and put the thumb in the wrist crease so that you have a little bit of a leverage to open up that wrist of yours. And come into your balls of the feet. So lift the heels. That is quite an easier cue. And smile. And you can, whenever you want, you can lower down your heels if it's too much for your glutes, but you should feel a little burning. And then switch hands. Grab your right fingers and place the left thumb into your wrist just to have a little bit of a leverage here to open up that wrist. You can lower the heels already and dial the feet out and lower down vertebrae by vertebrae segmentally and come down. Grab your block, here it is, and put it between your thighs. The medium or thinnest way depends on your how it feels for you. And bring the legs high up the ceiling. Flex the feet and press the block together. Interlace the fingers behind your head and the elbows along your head. And with the exhale, lift your shoulder blades away from the mat. The elbows are targeting towards the ceiling, towards the toes. Make sure that your sit bones are squeezing together and the knees are above your hips. And with the inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift your shoulder blades up, elbows at your head, press together. And stay here on retention, and you should feel it a little bit like shivering, and with the inhale, lower down. Let's add something. With the exhale, lift your shoulder blades and open your right elbow to the side. Just to the side, flare it open. Press the block together and bring the elbow in, and with the inhale, lower down. Let's do this on the other side. Exhale and flare open the left elbow to the side. Both shoulder blades are away from the mat. Bring the tailbone towards the block. And then bring the elbow in and lower down onto your mat. Let's add a little twist to that. Inhale, bring the shoulder blades up. Flare open the right elbow and turn slightly from the rib cage to the right. Make sure that the right shoulder blade stays away from the mat. And then come back. Bring the elbow in and lower down. Exhale. Lift the shoulder blades. Flare open the left elbow and then turn, twist to the left. The right elbow is towards the ceiling. Make sure that the left elbow is away from the mat. Awesome. And then come back to the middle. Bring the elbow in and inhale and lower down. And one last round. Exhale. Lift the shoulder blades away from the mat. Flare the right elbow open. Turn to the right. Make sure the right shoulder blade is away from the mat. And then reach out with your left hand. Bring the forearm against your right thigh and press against the leg. Maybe you can lift the tailbone a little bit further up. And bring the left hand behind your head. Turn back to the middle. Bring your right elbow in and lower down. Exhale. Lift the elbows up. Flare the left elbow open. Turn to the left. Left shoulder blade is away. Then reach out with your right hand on the outside of the left thigh and press against the leg. Lift the shoulder blade even higher and just tailbone a little bit higher towards the block. Bring the right hand back and bring the elbow in. Inhale. Release the block. Bring the legs on mat distance apart. And bring the knees towards the left. And reach out to the side in a T shape with your arms. The palms are facing towards the ceiling, and press the inner arch of your right foot into the mat so that your right glute is pressing from behind towards the right hip bone. And then use your left hand, place it under your clavicle and massage the muscles right underneath, under the clavicle, just so that the pecs get a little yummy massage here. That's a nice way. Don't forget your right foot to press into the mat and massage this one more for the right. Then switch sides, bring the legs to the middle and let the knees control. Move the knees, control to the right. Press the inner arch of your left foot into the mat. Reach out with your hands towards, like in this T shape, and then bring your right hand underneath the left clavicle and massage the pecs, the chest muscles a little bit out, just to open up the chest so that you have the range to reach for your goals, to reach for people, to reach for relationships, and to shake hands. Come towards the middle. And slowly come on in quadruped until on all fours. I need to tame my hair here. And your knees are under your hips. You can put the top of the foot down or on the balls of your feet. This is up to you. But make sure that the shoulders are shoulder width distance apart and the wrist under your shoulders. Bring the left hand behind your head and press the skull against your palm. The left elbow is flaring out to the side. Push yourself out of the right shoulder blade and turn to the left. Open up to the left. Your pelvis stays neutral. And with the exhale, come towards the middle and the elbow points toward the right wrist. And then come back. The skull is pressing against the hand. The neck is neutral, pelvis stays neutral, and you push yourself out of this. Make yourself tall again. And come back, the elbows pointing towards the wrist. Another one, inhale. And then stay here. Pelvis is neutral, the front rib is engaged and pulling back. And then reach out your left arm towards the ceiling. Let your neck relax. And with the exhale, thread the needle. Bring your left arm under the right shoulder and bring your head onto the mat. Maybe the shoulder is already on the mat. Bring your ribcage in. If you like, bring your left hand under your shoulder, where the shoulder blade is, and you can give your latissimus a little bit of a massage. That's the muscle, that's our muscle that moves our wings. When we will have wings, you will do that. This is such a nice way to do it here. When the right arm is stretched out. Sorry, I forgot to say that. And then come back on all fours. And we are doing the other side. Bring your right hand behind your occiput. Bring the elbow out to the side. Push yourself out of the left shoulder and turn open to the right. And with the exhale, bring the elbow towards your left wrist without bending much the left arm. Come back with the inhale. And with the exhale to the left. Open up to the right. Wonderful. And close up again. One more time. Open to the right. Stay here. Push the mat away so that you create that space so that when you reach out your right arm, that you could grab the stars above this and this in the sky. Thread the needle. Bring your right elbow, your right arm under the left shoulder. And now, if you like, you can stretch out the left arm and grab your latissimus on the left side, right underneath the shoulder blade with your right arm, and you can massage the thick muscle you can feel there. Yeah, awesome. This is so nice to create it. Make sure that your front ribs are in so that you breathe into the lower back. It's a nice stretch. A side effect of this one for the QL. Come back into quadruped. Inhale into cat, neck is long, and with the exhale into cow, and with the exhale into cat. Bring your the balls of your feet on the mat. Bring your forearms down and come into dolphin. Push your weight into the wrist, into the forearms. Come onto your tippy toes and move your heels back to the floor like these heel bobs, like shifting your weight into your shoulder blades. Wonderful. Let your neck release. Maybe you can shake it a little bit to the right, to the left. Awesome. Then stop the heel bobs and stay here and then just shrug the shoulders. Push yourself away. The weight is in the wrist. More in the wrist than in the elbow. And back. Just a few of them. Bring the knees down. Then come to the top of your mat, to the front of your mat. Feet are hip distance apart. And you can always use blocks here if it's too early in the morning or if you are stiff like I am today. For a half fold, for a forward fold, for a long neck. And then press the mat away. Use that force from the ground. Bend your knees if needed to keep your pelvis neutral. And inhale, lift the arms up. With the exhale, bring your fingers in the hip crease. Shift your weight back into your glutes. Sit down and step the right foot back. Lower the right knee and the top of the foot. And lift the arms. The front foot is pulling towards the back knee. And with the exhale, bring the arms down. Without moving the shoulders, step the left foot back into plank. Lower the knees and lower all the way down. Push the hands back, come to your cobra. So neck stays long, wonderful. And find the pinky toes, Jana. Find the pinky toes. And then come back into down dog. Make it a little bit shorter if you need to. Without lifting the hands, step the right foot forward and lower the left knee and the top of the foot. And lift your arms up. Reach tall, reach up. Front rib cage is in. And you lift from the shoulders. Bring your hands down. And step the left foot forward. Inhale, and with the next inhale, rise up to Savasana. Second round. Exhale, move forward. Step the left foot back and lower the left knee. And not the top of the foot. And rise up to stand. Awesome. And then let the arms dangle and roll with the shoulders. Yeah. This is one I really love. And I always do it when I lost my track. Bring the arms down. Step the right foot back without moving the shoulders. And lower all the way down. Lower the knees. Squeeze your shoulder blades together when you lower down. Find the pinky toes. Pull back. The sit bones are squeezing towards each other, and you want to lift your belly button. Come back to down dog. Without lifting the hands, step the left foot forward. Lower the right knee and not the top of the foot. Let the arm dangle and roll with the shoulders. Make the movements maybe a little bit bigger, if you like. Lift up. Bring the arms down, bring the right foot forward, into forward fold, and with the inhale, rise up. Okay, sequence 1. Bend the knees if needed. I need to keep the pelvis neutral. Bring the fingers in the hip crease, move back into the glutes, step the right foot back, but stay here in this tilted crescent and lift your upper body up. Right glute is working. You can check in for yourself with the hands on your right glute. This is really, really stabilizing the hip joint here. Fingers are reaching down to the mat, really down to the mat. The front rib cage is in. And then squeeze the shoulder blades together without bending the arms too much. And then back towards the mat and squeeze the shoulder blades together. And again, back. And then squeeze the shoulder blades together. Stay here. Bring the right knee down. Right glute is active. It's firing like crazy. Bring the arms in goalpost. And you can make fists here if you like. You can circle the wrist again. Just make sure that the front foot is pulling back and the right knee is pressing forward. And then open the hands. Spread the fingers. Like if you want to catch a ball, then start to pulse the shoulder blades. Just mini pulses. And Jana, I can't see it right, but maybe you lower the elbows a little bit. It's not too high, just a little bit lower. Yeah, awesome. Bring the hands down and we come into dolphin. Lower both forearms and stay on your tippy toes. Move the elbows a little bit to the inside, but you can always interlace your fingers and stay here and do the heel bobs again. Or you bring out the left hand to the side on fingertips. If it's too much, lower your knees and come into quadruped. That's the same. If you feel comfortable here, lift the left arm, palm is facing out, and reach to the side. Make yourself long, and the weight is in the right wrist. And then lower down the left forearm, bring the knees down. And then exhale into cat. And inhale into cow. Inhale into cat. And exhale into cow. Come into plank and down dog. And pedal out your down dog. Make your dog a little bit shorter. You can walk or hop forward. That's up to you. Into a flat back, forward fold. And with the inhale, rise up. And we are doing the other side. Fold forward. Step back into this tilted crescent. Lift your upper body up. Make sure the front ribs are in. The left glute is now working. And the hands, the fingers are like growing roots of a tree down to the center of the earth to get all this water. And then squeeze the shoulder blades together. To bring all the energy right down to the mat. The neck is long, awesome. And shoulder blades together. And down. Shoulder blades together. And down. And then squeeze the shoulder blades together. Stay here. Lower the left knee. And now reach the arm to the side. The fingers are spreading to get tall and start to pulse here. Little tiny pulses to open up, to make more room, to make space, to offer, to be receptive. And come down, bring both hands shoulder distance apart. We come into dolphin. Both forearms down. You can do the heel box here. You can interlace your fingers. You can put down the knees if you want to, but I think you girls like the dolphin as much as I do. And then choose the same variation you did before. You can reach out the right hand on fingertips, make it bend, and pull the fingertips together. Stay here, bring weight into your left wrist, or lift the right arm, the palms is facing down. If needed, bring your feet a little bit more further apart to give you more stability. And stay, breathe. I don't have to tell you, but it's always nice to fill the gap. Bring the right forearm down, knees down. And then exhale into cat. Make yourself round like this cat when they get up in the morning. And then inhale into cow, the neck is long. And another one into cat. Before we come into a quadruped on plank. And then down dog. And then pedal out your feet. And here it is. Yeah, not this. Pedal out your feet to the left, to the right. Before you walk or hop to the front of the mat. And to the forward fold. And then inhale, rise. Your hands and Anjali Mudra. With the exhale, lower down your arms. Front salutation A. Inhale. With the exhale, bring your hands down. Walk or hop back without moving the shoulders. Lower your knees if you want to. Come all the way down into cobra or in up dog if you want to. Come back into plank. Shorten your stance a little bit. Come onto your tippy toes. Inhale, exhale, bend knees and walk or hop forward into the forward fold. Inhale, rise up. With the exhale, come fold forward, shift your weight back, walk or hop back into plank. And lower all the way down. Put down the knees if needed, come into cobra. And come on, into down dog, sorry. Shorten your stance. Inhale, come onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees and walk or hop forward into a flat back. That looks good, Janett. And rise up. One more round. Exhale. Walk or hop back into plank. Lower all the way down or lower your knees, come into your cobra. And then come back to down dog. And stay here for a bit. Walk your hands back into a happy squat. You can place your hands on blocks if you need, or on fingertips, or all the way down. Your feet are hip distance apart. And then pull the hands towards the toes and walk your way forward in these little baby walks, baby bear walks. And rise up to stand. Lower your left arm, I go a little bit further here, lower your left arm and the right arm stays up and the fingers are pulling away from each other. You will lift from your shoulder blade and on the right side, front rib cage is in. Shift your weight onto your right foot and bend towards the left. The arms are pulling away from each other. The right arm is pulling more towards the ceiling than towards the side. And I come back to the middle, left arm lifts, meets the right, and the right arm lowers down and they pull apart like crazy. You lift from your left shoulder blade. You can touch your side body here to make sure that the shoulder blade is supporting this move so that you reach tall and up to the sky, into the stars. And I come back towards the middle. And from here, feet are hip distance apart, stay here. Fold forward and interlace your fingers behind your back so that the knuckles of your thumb are on the sacrum. Elbows pointing towards the ceiling and bring your upper body parallel to the mat. Here. Front body is stable. Step your right foot back in a tilted crescent. Again, the right glute is working and stabilizing. And then reach out with your right arm. Be like Supergirl or Superwoman, flying toward through the air. That's my Superman move. I love that. Then reach out the left arm. What we did in Savasana, and now pendulum pose, like swing your arms forward and back and be controlled. The fingers are pulling away from each other. That's so awesome for the shoulders. That's so awesome for the mobility. That's so amazing for your range of motion. And then stay with the right arm in front and turn to the side of the mat for a side lunge with goalpost arms. The neck is long, the right knee is bent, and the right knee stays above the wrist or above the middle of the foot. Just stay here in your goalpost with fist, and you can swap with your wrist again here, and just make sure that the heels are staying on the mat. Yeah. And then turn towards the back of your mat. Lower the left knee for a 1990 twisted crescent. Your left shoulder is over the wrist, and you lift your right arm up towards the ceiling. Spread your fingers and close them. Spread your fingers and close them. Spread your fingers, and with the next exhale, hug your right thigh and tap your left rib cage with your fingers. Open to the right. Make sure that the left shoulder stays over the wrist. Move away from your right thigh. Open towards 2 o'clock. And then hug your thigh. And again, open to the right. Let the neck relax so that you have a nice opening on the right neck side. One last hug. Straighten that back leg. Turn to the side for another side lunge towards the left. And now reach your hands forward, your arms forward. Tend your fingers. Make yourself longer, taller. Oh, yeah, I know. And if you, isn't it nice? And guess what? There is something on top of it. In the right arm, under your left armpit for a threaded needle. Bend your left leg. Yes. Make sure that the right foot is supporting this move, that your knee feels, that your knee is not compromised. And then turn towards the front of the mat. Lower the right knee for a modified side plank. Bring your left foot onto the mat and your left arm reaches high up. Yes. Front ribs are in. You can always check in with yourself. And then circle your arms. Make yourself longer, taller. After this class, you will be 2 inches taller than normal. So the left foot, the left outer edge of the foot is pressing down, and then you reach forward. It's so nice. And we stay with the arm pointing towards the ceiling. Come into an inverted table. Bring the left foot in. Make sure your right shoulder is doing its job. Secure the shoulder and come into an inverted table. Oh, your girls are doing so great. It's a joy to watch you. It's really a joy. And then turn back to the center, come into down dog. Pedal out your down dog. You can walk or hop forward into this forward fold. And with the inhale, rise up. We're doing the other side. Your right arm is pointing down and the hands are pulling away from each other. And shift your weight into the left foot and turn to the right, side bend to the right. You can support yourself in grabbing your left rib cage and under your left shoulder just to make sure that the lift comes from the rib cage. And then switch sides. Right arm above and the left arm comes down and both hands are pulling away from each other. And side bend. Shift your weight into the right foot. And come back. Both hands up. Fold forward. Interlace your fingers behind your back. This time the wrong way, that it feels wrong. Bring the knuckles of your thumb on your sacrum and lift your upper body parallel to the mat so that we are here in this nice forward fold, in this triple flexion, and the elbows are pointing towards the ceiling. Step your left foot back into this tilted crescent. Left glute is working, and then reach out the left arm forward. Reach out for all the opportunities, all the chances which are waiting for you here in this life, in this time. Reach the right arm back. And now pendulum pose. Pendulum your arms, swing your arms forward and back. Control this movement. Fingers are pointing up and down. The thumb. And just notice how different your right and your left shoulder is. Stay with the left arm forward and turn to the side of the mat for side lunge in, go and with the arms stretched out to the side this time. And now turn your wrist just so that the palm is facing up and down like a 360 degree. Sit back in your left glute. The right foot is stabilizing. Neck is long. Front rib cage is in. Turn to the back of the mat and lower your right knee for this twisted crescent on the knees. Lift your left arm up. Reach out. Both hands are pushing away from each other to create that space in your on your back body. The right shoulder stays over the wrist. Hug your thigh. And tap your right rib cage with the fingers. And then open up. Again, the neck hangs loose, so to say. And again, tap your right shoulder rib cage and open up. Move away from this right, left thigh. The left hip joint is moving back. And one last time, tap your right rib cage. Turn to the side for the side lunge. Bend your right knee. And reach out forward. Let the head hang loose. Shake your head a little bit, whatever you feel like doing. And enjoy this rib cage, front rib cage in, and you breathe into your lower back. And now bring the left arm under your right armpit for the thread and needle. Make sure that both heels are stay down. Because otherwise it would affect your knee, and this is not something you want to have knee problems. Come back to the front of the mat, lower the left knee for this modified side neck. Bring your right foot back and lift your right arm. The neck is relaxed and then backstroke your arm. So make the strokes really big. If this is if you feel a discomfort in your shoulder, just bend the arms. This is also good. And reach the elbow away from the left hand. Just love this move. So then stay with the right arm towards the ceiling. Come into an inverted table. Bring the right foot in. Secure your left shoulder. You can grab your left shoulder and turn into this inverted table. The glutes are pushing from behind, what we did in shoulder bridge. And reach out, reach beyond your limits. Reach to grab all the options, opportunities, and open the doors which the universe is offering. And then come back into down dog. Pedal out the feet. It's always nice after a sequence. Before you hop or walk forward into the forward fold, and then rise up with the inhale, and bring the hands in front of your heart. One sun salutation. Come into Utkatasana. Fold forward. Walk or hop back into plank without moving the shoulders. Lower all the way down and come into Cobra, or 1/3 of the way. Shoulder blades are squeezing. Flip one foot after another for your up dog, and then come back into down dog. Bring the right foot in a little bit. Lift the left foot, and then you can walk the left foot forward into warrior one, or you can add a hop. The arms stay straight, and you push the mat away, what we did in dolphin. Or you leg switch and come into either warrior one, or if this feels super uncomfortable in your hip, just lift the back heel. Come into plank without moving the shoulders. Lower 1/3 of the way down, flip one foot after another, and try to flip the other foot first in the next round. And lift back into down dog. Bring the left foot in a little bit, lift the right leg, and choose the same way you did before. Either the hop, the walk, or the left, or the leg switch in the air. Right foot forward, warrior one. Yeah, looks good, Jana. Looks good. Bring down the hands. Rib cage. Yes, yes, yes. Do the spawn towards the navel. And into plank. Okay, lower 1/3 the way down. Jana, lift the other foot first. Yes, and then come back into down. Yeah, it's interesting to see and to realize that we always use the same foot when we flip. Mm-hmm. And it's just another way to create new synapses in the brain. You know, this brain method. Okay, walk or hop forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, come to plank. You can have a drink if you like. You can have a little break before we enter the stream. I personally prefer not to drink something because the body is warm enough now, and with a drink, no matter, except it's tea. If you have warm tea, then the body stays warm. But if you put cold stuff in your stomach, the body has to work a lot to establish the body temperature, the core temperature. So we need this energy for the stream. So in that case, just my personal. Okay, inhale, bring the arms up. We start with the left arm down, Tadasana. Reach out, reach towards. Use the polarities to find your center and bend, side bend towards the left. Both arms are reaching, pulling away from each other. And then lift left arm up and right arm down, and also here polarities. Shift your weight towards the left foot. Make yourself long in the side, front rib cage in. Come back to the middle and fold forward. Step the right foot back. Come into this tilted crescent and squeeze the shoulder blades together. What we did in the first sequence, I think. Right glute is active, pubis towards the navel. And stay here with the squeezed shoulder blades. Lower your right foot
And then bring your arms in a parallel. Right arm is up, left arm is down, and start to pulse here. Little pulses in a diagonal without switching. The front foot is pulling back, the back knee is pushing forward. Bring your left hand on your right glute, make a fist and push down the flesh of the butt. And bring your right arm towards the ceiling. Make yourself long, the front rib cage is in, and turn your palm back and touch your right shoulder blade here. This is so fun, this one. And just stay here. The back of the head is pressing against the forearm. Reach the right arm out to the ceiling and place it under your shoulder for a twisted crescent. Stretch your right leg out. You can stay here working this right glute, or you bring the left elbow towards the ceiling. And the palm is facing away from you. Like this here. And move away from that left thigh. Yeah. Also, diese Richtung. You can always lower the back leg. This is a little bit different. Secure your right shoulder and lower your right heel and come into side plank. And now stretch out the left arm towards the ceiling and backstroke. The glutes are working. Squeeze the sit bones together. And from here, dancer's table. Bring the left foot behind you and reach the left arm out. Open up, open your heart to this universe, which offers you all the chances you can imagine. You wish for yourself. Turn back to the mat, step your left foot forward, and come into this tilted crescent with your right arm forward. The pendulum arms. You girls are doing so great. Swing your arms, Janett. Swing your arms, yay. And keep the right arm forward, side lunges this time. Bring your thumbs in your hip crease and move from side to side. Your body, your upper body stays parallel, the neck and spine is neutral, and you just move from side to side. And then turn to the back of the mat into a tilted crescent, regular tilted crescent. Left glute is working. Organize your feet and move away from the right thigh. Dial the left hand out and bring the right elbow onto your right thigh and come into a warrior variation. Yeah. You can reach out with the arm towards the ceiling or make yourself very, very long here. Make sure that the rib cage stays in. You can shorten the stance, release your neck, and shift your weight. This is a little bit different. Shift your weight onto your right foot. And lift the back leg. Make sure everything is engaged. Make sure the left glute is stabilizing, your diamond is working, your front rib cage is in. Oops. Yeah. Bring your left knee on the outside of your right foot and lower down into a seated twist. Oh my gosh, so very well deserved. Lower your shoulders for a moment. And then bring your right elbow into the flesh of your right hip. Bring your hand down, reach out with the left arm, and bring your left sit bone to the mat and get long. Get long in the side body. Breathe into your lower and into this QL here. And then switch sides. Bring the left hand on the mat and reach out to the left. And come back. And here. Place both hands to the side of the mat. Come into a wide-legged forward fold. And bring both arms to the side. Very long, as if you have wings. You can imagine the movement of latissimus. Lift your upper body a little bit, Jana, a little bit. So yeah, maybe it's the angle here, but yeah, awesome. Bend your knees if needed. Turn to the front of the mat and come into plank. You can always lower the knees, lower all the way down. Make sure that the head of the shoulders stay away from the mat. Bring your arms in goal pose. The neck stays long. Lift your legs for locust. Yeah. And then imagine you have a huge steering wheel in your hands and swivel your upper body to the right and to the left. So not a side bend, it's more
sideways.
Steering wheel, yes. Awesome.
Gotcha.
Place both hands on the mat beside your ribcage. And come back into down dog. Walk your hands back to a happy baby. Happy squat, sorry. And you can swivel your pelvis a little bit. And then I love the idea of this gorilla hops. Place both hands a little bit further and hop forward. Place both hands forward and hop. Hop forward until you reach the front of the mat and inhale. Let's do the other side. Right arm down and side bend. Shift your weight on into your left foot. And bring your right arm up. And switch sides. Shift your weight into the right foot and side bend. Oh, I hear noises in my spine. Come back to it. And fold forward. Shift your weight back. Use your fingers if needed. And then step back the left foot for this tilted crescent. And squeeze the shoulder blades. Like you have a walnut in between and you want to crack it open.
I haven't heard that one.
You never heard that one?
No.
Maybe it's a German thing, but it's a nice image to have.
Yeah, it works.
Keep the walnut in place and lower the left. And now these diagonals, lift the left arm is up, the right arm is pointing down, and pulse here. Make sure the front rib cage is in. Left foot is pulling back. And it's so nice that you're talking with me. Online classes are normally like, is anyone there?
Yeah, I'm always talking to myself for the whole hour.
I love that. Just pulsing. Bring the right hand on the left butt and bring the left arm towards the ceiling. Make yourself long. Turn the palm back and touch your left shoulder blade with the left hand. The neck stays long, spine stays neutral, and you push gently with the head against the forearm. This is so good for my left hip. Place your left arm down. We come into this tilted crescent with the elbow up. Straighten the back leg. The left glute is working, and your right elbow is pointing towards the ceiling. Make sure the left shoulder stays over your left wrist. And the palm is facing back, the neck is released. And lean back. Front is supporting this opening so that you can breathe better, that you have better vision, and can stand tall. Where am I? Here. And side plank. Lower the left heel. And come into the side plank. You can always go for the modified side plank and inverted table. Here. If you like, you can always straighten out, reach out with that right arm. Next day is released. Bring your right foot behind your body for this dancer's table. You can always go for this inverted table. Turn to the front of the mat, step your right foot forward for this tilted crescent with this pendulum arms. The left arm reaches forward. And we are steering the air. We are steering the dust. We are checking that everything is in place, that we can get rid of stuff here that is heavy on us, that we don't need anymore. We need fresh air here. The left arm stays forward, turn to the side for side lunges. This time, bend your left leg and grab the ankle, then push the ankle down and then switch from side to side. Just to keep the basement of your house mobile so that you can do with your hands what you want, that you can seal the deals, that you can shake hands, that you can grab your opportunities, and that you can have the freedom to deal with situations. Turn to the back of the mat for this regular tilted crescent. Right hand is under your right shoulder, and you lift your left arm up towards the ceiling, neck is released. And you know what is coming? Warrior variation. Your right heel is down, bring your left elbow on the thigh, and lift your right arm up. You can organize your feet. Turn in the left foot a little bit if needed. And I need to go a little bit back here. Small apartment issues. Shift your weight on your left foot. Your drishti, your gaze is under your nose, and you lift the right leg. Here. Focus. This is my better side. For whatever reason, it's the left one, and I don't know why. And now this big thing, come to a seated twist. Bring your right knee at the outside of your left foot. Sit down. Yeah, and then roll the shoulder. Maybe make the movements even a little bigger, like really so as if you pull out, if you pull off your shirt. Bring your left elbow in the flesh of your left hip. Place the hand down. Reach up with the right arm and lean down, side bend. The right sit bone is on the mat, and the right hand is pushing away from that sit bone. And switch sides. And come back, another one to the left. Place both hands to the right and turn to the side of your mat for this wide-legged forward fold. Reach out with both hands to the side. I come this side, is probably better. And twist from the rib cage, as if you are an airplane and you are coming towards the airport to arrive from a long journey. It's not the arm, this is something to the arm shoulder stays super solid. It's only the rib cage which is turning. Imagine you have a stick, like a broomstick, over your arms and shoulders. I actually suggest you try this because this is a humbling experience. Go to the front, come into plank, and lower all the way down. And rest your forehead on your hands and bend both knees and just swivel your legs a little bit to release the lower back. Yeah. Come to center. Go post your right arm and straighten the left leg. The right leg is still bent. Then use the left hand on fingertips probably and turn to the right. Your knees stay together. Imagine you have a block between the thighs. Knees stay together. And the elbow, if you feel any discomfort, bring the elbow further down, not too far too high up, further down. Just to open up that chest muscle, the pecs a little bit. I love this variation a lot. The front rib cage is still pulling in towards the back. And come to center and switch sides. Left arm in goal post and left knee is bent. Use the right finger to roll onto your left side. The hip stays neutral, pelvis stays neutral. The spine, except for the neck, because it is on the mat, is neutral as well. Pubis is still drawing towards the navel. Come back. And roll onto your back. Remove every hair clip you might have, which is disturbing you. Find again your triple S before we bring the feet hip mat distance apart. Your knees are, bring your knees to the right, like similar to what we did in the beginning. You can stay here when we now reach out the arms over your overhead. The rib cage is still in, the glutes are still working, and you grab with your right hand the left wrist gap and pull gently this arm away. What you can also do is you flip, if this is in your range, if this is available for you, you flip the top of your left foot onto the mat. Left glute is working. You push down with your left foot. Rib cage is in. You can always check in with yourself. Touch yourself to have this feedback, to make your brain understand what is happening. And then pull gently at your left wrist gap. This is creating so much space in the hip joint. This is actually what I do every day, and I can just recommend doing it every day.
Mhm.
Come back to center, and we're doing the other side. If you're, I didn't see it, but if your foot was flipped, do it on this side as well. Otherwise, just press down the inner side of the right arch. Reach out with your arms, grab the right wrist gap, and gently pull. Make sure the rib cage is in. You can massage if you want to the latissimus, your wing muscle, and make yourself long. Reach out, touch base. Personal Jesus, yeah, Depeche Mode. And come back to center. You can stay here with the feet mat distance apart, bring your knees together, or you place 2 blocks under your calves, which is very nice for the lower back. Yeah. For your Shavasana, of course, you can just straighten out the legs and find your Shavasana, bring your hands right beside your body with the palms up. And now you can let go of everything to absorb the experiences, how it felt when you reach out beyond your imagination. And just let it sink in your Shavasana. Very gentle and very slowly. Notice your breath, your breathing. Notice how the movement is coming back into your body. Move your fingertips and your toes a little bit. And the way your breathing gets deeper and deeper, your movements get bigger and bigger. You start to wriggle your toes, circle your wrists, and then reach out one last time over your head. And your left leg gets longer and longer, your right leg gets longer and longer. And then bring your feet in and turn to your right and find a comfortable seat. Either an easy seat or on your heels. You place your hands in your lap or bring it in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra. And think about all the possibilities, all the opportunities, all the potential you can actually reach if you open your eyes, if you open your senses. You just have to look to show up at the right time, at the right place, to grab all the chances, to open all the doors that lead to everything you have ever dreamt of. And not only can you reach out through the door, open these doors, grab the deals, sign the deals, you can show others how to do it. And this is the greatest gift of all. And I hope and I wish you all the best on your journey. And I'm thankful that you are part of my journey in this time, at this place, at this very moment. Thank you so much for joining me today. And namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ah.
That was awesome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, just give me some feedback. Doesn't have to be here, but it would be great. Jana, you are in my group. I will send you the or you have the feedback form. But Janett, it would be awesome if you could write me some. How do you feel
I'll email you.
Class?
I feel good. It helped me understand that my left pec minor is way tighter than my right.
That in the beginning,
even throughout, just the different movements, I was like, okay, that one. I like when we rolled on the side, I was like, I want to stay here for like 5 more minutes. It was so tight.
That one is awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know, when I saw it, it was maybe on a daily or I don't know, a training class. I'm not sure.
I remember doing it in the lit stuff. I don't know if it was one of the courses from this, the classes from this course, maybe.
Yeah. But I loved it, and then I taught it, and my students were like, "Oh, this is different." They were completely confused, but once they got it, they said, "Oh my God, this is so awesome! So much better than the other one." You know, when you write, when it's the other direction, and this is sometimes painful for some, but this one, awesome.
I always did it standing at the wall, and then like put your arm against and turn. And I think the laying down is, I mean, it's more challenging for the rest of the body, but it feels a little bit easier on the shoulder.
Because